Oh, I think you should 100% have like a plan for like gathering info on your opponent in a low risk way.
Like safe jumps, kind of safe jumps and plus frame stuff.
Yes and no. So like that's like more of like flowchart to like gather information on Oki. But like there's also ways to play neutral to like get a feel of your opponent, you know what I'm saying? Like what I just said, how I was like playing far away, just like seeing when you drive rush, seeing when you fireball, like when you go into a game, like this is our first game, right? We had never played each other. What was kind of like your thinking going into it? Did you have like a plan or like... What's up guys? In this video, I play a first to 5 with Blizrd, and we talk about how to confirm your hits in neutral into better Oki, as well as spend your drive meter and your super meter to finish off your opponent so they have less opportunities to come back and win the game. This is a super important aspect in Street Fighter 6, so I know if you watch the video, you'll be able to extract some value out of it. Here's an example of me doing it in my set with him. As always, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the video. I guess I always like to ask people I coach, like, what are your like goals with fighting games and Street Fighter in general, and like what's like your past experience with games and stuff. I just like to gauge like where people are.
So I'm also a content creator, and I just want to provide better gameplay. So I'm looking to make it to master, working on like a grind kind of series right now, although I've had some issues with my recording. So we're back in business today. I got my PC fixed, and I just want to come back with like solid fundamentals and help people learn the game as well. Just because like I just have a passion for fighting games. I've been playing them for a long time, doing content on like Mortal Kombat and stuff since God knows when, like 2016, 2015, and just generally just want to keep playing, having fun, and connect with a solid community.
Are you interested in like 2XKO or anything? That game coming out and stuff, or like your content and whatnot?
Definitely interested in 2XKO and the new Fatal Fury. They both look insane. I'm super.
What is Fatal Fury? I actually saw that on Twitter, but I don't even know what it is.
It's like a different series than KOF, but by the same devs.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a new KOF in a way.
Yeah, I think it's just like the non-tag version of KOF, but I don't know how different the roster is. It looks like, I don't know if you saw the trailer for the new Fatal Fury, but man, it looks like they're giving it basically Street Fighter, like 6 mechanics. There's like cancelable normals with like meter and raw drive rush and like parries and everything. It looks like really fun though.
All right, cool. Let's get it. And just for the people watching the video in the future, I'll put a timestamp at the end or the matches at the end so you can skip to those if you want to see them. So we can just watch these replays. We can also watch your ranked replays if we want. Yeah. We can do both.
I feel like in the game we just had, it's a real prime example of like my problems. Is just they were happening a lot more than they do, because like I feel like I am pretty comfortable online against like people my rank. But definitely like with you are ready for like all the options that get me to my damage as well. So honestly, I think going over our replays will help me the most.
Okay, let's do that then. Do you want to hop in this like training thing real quick? I just want to talk about a few things that I saw. But yeah, obviously the first thing is just like there were times like you could have won a round if you just like DRC'd one more time. You had meter to burn to like confirm part of your combo and to your hit into like damage that would kill. But like that just requires awareness of your meter and like, you know, situational awareness of like what buttons you're hitting in like the scrambles and stuff. But yeah, that just comes with time.
When I land something like this.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like this, and then I'd land the hit, and I'd do something like that, right? And I'd rather go into, like normally I would do this when I'm comfortable, but I was a little shooken by your skill. I haven't played in this rank.
I don't actually know DJ stuff, but I think just like you're aware of it, and you just have to like work on it. You know, you'll get it with time. That just comes with time and like working on it. But the other thing I think to be aware of is like, I don't know if people in your rank are doing like minus string into instant parry. Like if you block this and then you try to take your turn back, I can get like a perfect parry pretty easily. Yeah, and then I can take it back. Yeah, but I think just like noticing when people do it and then like being able to punish them once, make them stop doing it. Because I kind of just do it like on autopilot until somebody shows me that they're like aware of it and will like counter me for it. Yeah, let me pull up the replays and then we can watch it. But yeah, I think you play well to DJ's strengths. It was like really hard to check your drive rush and also just like stuff like that. So I did notice when we played though, our neutral was like pretty full screen.
It was, yeah. What do you think about that?
So like I usually play longer range neutral when I like am like just testing my opponent. So I have like no information on you, right? I've never played you before. So like I was kind of just like seeing if you would like if I could pick up anything from like full screen, and I noticed that you'd like use fireballs a lot, which is good. So like just zone me, and then you would do some random drive rush. But I was checking it sometimes, but I was also not able to check it 100% of the time. So it's just like pretty effective. But I was like kind of winning the exchanges, so I just like kind of stayed in that range. I didn't like try to play neutral like footsies up close as much, you know. But
just kind of downloading information over time.
Yeah, just trying to get a feel for how you like to play.
I feel like I also know that this is true, but do you feel like there's a importance on mixing up your gameplay like instantly, or do you want to kind of try to flow chart your way out of things like for the first couple rounds, or do you just instantly want to be switching things up?
Oh, I think you should 100% have like a plan for like gathering info on your opponent in a low risk way. Like
safe jumps, kind of safe jumps and plus frame stuff.
Yes and no. So like that's like more of like flowchart to like gather information on Oki. But like there's also ways to play neutral to like get a feel of your opponent, you know what I'm saying? Like what I just said, how I was like playing far away, just like seeing when you drive rush, seeing when you fireball, like when you go into a game, like this is our first game, right? We had never played each other. What was kind of like your thinking going into it? Did you have like a plan or like?
It was definitely not to whiff a medium punch. It was to throw a fireball there. And that's another thing. Is like charge on PS5 is a little awkward.
Oh, okay.
But right now I like when I start a game, I like to just kind of charge, right? If I'm a charge character with a instant air or instant anti-air button like Guile, essentially a flash kick, I always want to just kind of be crouching in neutral, maybe walk back, throw single shot projectiles, and test a jump in at first. And obviously you weren't jumping in. Something I noticed from like really high level play is that people in the higher MR, like they play the ground as Street Fighter. They're fighting on the street instead of Air Fighter 6.
Yeah.
But in my rank, I am always testing for anti-airs. So that was my main plan as well. I was just trying to feel you out in this space.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's like what I was just talking about. You kind of already have it, right? You're just like, a round start fireball is like a pretty good test. Yeah, I like that fireball, and then like I like this like we're just kind of playing footsies here. I do a random EX.
I think it's great to wake up, like do DPs at the beginning of a game.
Yeah,
it's
I do too.
All right, now you kind of put that fear install on wake up.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you just make them be like, oh shit, he might do this, and then it like opens up the whole thing for you. Honestly, like Oki situations, I try not to overthink them. They're kind of just like, you just kind of pick an option that's good, that covers multiple things, and you just like get info. That's why I like DP, because it covers meaty and it covers throw, which is like what people like to do. Like they want to get on offense and like go quick. So like a first DP sees somebody's disciplined, and if it works, they have to think about it. So I was having a lot of trouble checking your drive rush though.
Did I have a tell? Oh yeah, so it was the feint, and also you can see the parry flash. I'm not doing instant DR, which I want to work on as well.
Yeah, the instant DR will make it harder, but I would say like, I think this drive rush is fine. I would say like a lot of players, until you get higher, like that's something I'm currently working on now, is like checking DRs every time. I don't think this is a bad DR per se, but like at a really high level, you might get checked more. Yeah. Yeah, I like the jump back in the corner was good. I feel like a lot of players don't do that.
And then this is the biggest.
Oh yeah,
we traded.
Yeah, the double K, I remember. Yeah, you could have killed me right here. Being cognizant of your meter here, you would know like the next exchange you kill. I don't know, like, are you like aware of like when you like are basically able to, like when the game is basically over in one neutral exchange?
Yes, I'm pretty good at that. It's just a matter of like
executing on it basically.
Yeah, I think that's part of the mental stack for me, is like I'm looking at the health wall and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at my meter, when can I kill? And then once I get there, I'm not like ready for the hit necessarily.
Yeah.
So what I was doing here was basically like my version of like a OS. I'm either gonna get plus on block because his launcher there is plus in burnout, so I was ready to do the low if you blocked, but at the same time I could have drive rushed and still had way more plus frames anyways.
Yeah. One thing I do want to point out is that like when I fight DJs in ranks like that are pretty high MR, it's not very it's not anything like the games we play for some reason, like these games. It's much more slow. I feel like ours are kind of explosive, or like things are just like happening a lot. It's a lot of scrambles. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like in order to like you can get pretty high playing scrambly, especially with a character like DJ, and that's actually something I had to learn as well. Like when I was playing Jury, I was able to get to her like pretty high with her playing very scrambly, because like our characters are both designed to like be good to make the other person scramble, and make them guess and stuff like that really fast. But like I think if you want to get to like a high MR, you have to like know how to play slow and stop somebody who's playing scrambly on you.
Right.
One thing I do want to say also is like I think your meter usage is very good actually. I feel like a lot of people like coach, they like their main a lot of times their weakness is they just like burn out and like have really bad meter usage, but I think you're pretty smart about your meter usage throughout the whole like set. Yeah, it was also really hard for me to get a read on your Oki. Like I feel like you did a good job mixing up your options on defense on your wake up.
I just want to say I noticed I did a sway out of my drive rush in neutral, and you did whiff a button, but I was too far. So that's something I could have incorporated too. Is when I DR, I could just do my sway and catch people.
Yeah, DR sway is pretty good. If people are trying to check, especially if you notice somebody's trying to check your DR. Yeah, I didn't IATR that a single time. That's something I need to work on. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I missed to confirm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just stood there. I think I might have even slipped or something, and I was like, whoa, and I was trying to do my charge, and you jumped over. It just got scrambly.
Yeah.
And then I tried, that, which I think is good against Jury, but wasn't the time.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't see like a whole lot of glaring weaknesses for you. I feel like it's just a lot of like cleanup, like tightening things up, getting the confirms. Like, I think your game plan is like extremely good. Although it's like pretty aggressive and a little bit scrambly in my opinion, I do think it's very good and plays to DJ's strengths. This is like a second thing, but I think after you clean up the confirms and like really convert damage and like stuff like optimally, learning how to play slow when you can. Against characters where you don't feel comfortable, or even like just be more comfortable playing slow, mixing it in sometimes, because like that whole set was pretty scrambly. I would say trying playing scrambly, and then if your opponent it doesn't work against your opponent, then like flipping to trying to playing slow, because that's actually something that I do as Jury, because I also play scrambly character. I'll like usually try to play slow first. Actually, I don't know, I feel like it's a more consistent play style. Even though we play aggressive characters, like having the default being slow and then like playing scrambly if you're struggling in the slow is better than starting fast. You know what I'm saying? Because if you start fast and then they like beat you up, it's like it's more dice rolly. Whereas I think the actual consistent like skill comes from Street Fighter, comes from playing slow and like with punishing and spacing and stuff like that.
Which is my favorite part about Street Fighter compared to like NetherRealm games. It's like very much very slow. It's about the footsies, it's about the neutral, and especially when it comes to the counter hit and punish counter system, which is not in like the games I'm used to. I'm not used to like hits doing different things based on
really? MK doesn't have counter hits?
No, so if you get a punish, it's just like you always just have the same string.
Oh, what?
It does the same thing.
Yeah, and
like there's definitely reacting to either the little yellow counter hit or the orange punish counter can be something that I'm like looking for a bit too much, and then just missing like the actual like visual confirm that I see on the player getting hit kind of thing.
Yeah, I actually don't look at the counter hit or the punish counter thing at all. I just like know the scenario is like a common counter hit scenario, or it's like a guaranteed punish counter. You know what I'm saying? I'll just know like, oh, somebody does this thing that's minus and close enough, I know I'm going to get a punish counter, so that I can convert into punish counter damage. You probably already know this one, but if you catch somebody like teching and you shimmy them, you know you get a punish counter combo. So yeah, just like stuff like that.
I don't even know if you jumped at... I don't think you jumped at me once.
I don't think so either. This is actually... It's pretty interesting that you say that, because something that I'm working on is learning how to play slow, right? So like, I didn't jump a single time because I was focused on beating you with pure like trying to play as like stopping your stuff as much as possible, you know? DJ's scary to me, right? So like when I saw you play DJ, I was like, okay, I have to be worried about a lot of stuff. I don't want to play scrambly because like then that opens up the door of like randomness, you know? Whereas like if I'm playing slow, things feel much more in my control.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of cool. That was like cinematic. See how we were like, I did that.
Oh yeah, I did a back.
You backed up, I swayed. You did this normal, and then I went.
I backed up. Wait, oh, that's crazy. That is clean.
That's a thumbnail right there, bro. I'd be like,
yeah, for sure. Have you been at Diamond 4 for a while, or like around that, or at like high Diamond for a while, or are you kind of like on the upswing still?
I got out of platinum pretty quick. Like I placed in gold with DJ, and then just like have basically been consistently climbing. But this in Diamond 4 is where I've been like stalemating. And,
yeah.
But now it's people doing like all the optimized stuff, right? Like what I need to work on. It's like they get like even a jab counter hit, then they go into medium button drive rush, into medium button heavy button drive rush, and then it's level 3, right?
Yeah,
so
you know it, you know it for sure. Like
it's the stuff that I'm trying to work on that people I think are doing better at than me in this rank.
This is something interesting to have a conversation about because I actually feel like, you know, I've been in your shoes. You know, we play similar scrambly aggressive characters. I would say I was able to get to 1800 MR playing super scrambly, having my confirms tight and playing really scrambly. Like you can get extremely far playing that way, but I hit like an absolute wall there, completely stuck. And I've actually tried to really deconstruct my gameplay to like get past that level because I don't want to be an 1800 MR player. That's just my goal is that I want to get legend right now. That's my goal. Right now I'm like really deconstructing my gameplay and like trying to play more fundamentally sound and slower. You might have different goals than me. So like honestly right now I would say that you know what you have to do and you're on the path to accomplish your goal. If you just like get really good at playing aggressive, forcing scrambles and like knowing your confirms, getting a read on your opponent's defensive habits, I'm confident that you'll get to high MR literally with that playstyle. I don't even think you need to learn how to play like slow very well, you know? So like I guess it's ultimately like what your goals are, like how far do you want to go? Do you even want to play in that style? Yeah, I think you know what you got to do. Yeah, I would just say just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get better fast. Cleaning up the confirms, and then if you want to learn how to play slow, that I think that would help you. But I think it will make you worse at first, and I'm not sure if that's like something you want to do. You know, I actually tanked like literally 300 MR when I tried to like flip from playing aggressive to like playing completely slow. Like you said, I didn't jump at you a single time this set. I'm pretty sure I didn't either. I did a couple drive rushes, but they were like, you know, like calculated drive rushes. Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you a master soon. I don't imagine that it'll take you months to get there. So
yeah,
let's get it.
Yeah. Your rank is about like I think like my end goal. You know, like 1700 would be pretty solid, but right now just for I just want to shoot for master in general.
I got you. That's a good goal. It's good to chunk up your goals and stuff like that. Nice shot.
Oh my god, what?
Double KO off the rip.
I dropped the combo. But that was the first double KO I've ever had in this game.
Oh, really? Nice CP.
Nice.
Oh, nice try. Nice.
Ooh. Yeah, that's like the type of confirm I want to work on, you know? I land that jab, and then I do the standard medium kick.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really have a link, so sometimes I'll even just get like DI'd out of that or something. If people are just like buffering something for if like you drop a combo.
Yeah, I got you.
Because if I'm not in range of my back, like this normal after the jab, then I'm not like ready. So I guess I could do like crouching medium punch or
Yeah.
something. Oh my god, what am I doing? I froze.
Nice back jump.
Whoa.
Oh, you could have killed me there, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, you actually could have killed me there if you DRC'd the
I know.
your hit.
That's I think just one thing I need to like what I mentioned to you in the email and everything. It's like getting these confirms, especially drive rush confirms, because even if I land like lights at the end of a round and I have the meter, I will just go for a normal ender instead of like what I need to do.
Yeah. Knowing when you can like confirm into death is like pretty important in this game, I'd say.
Oh my god. Definitely a character I'd pick up if I was like ready for
Playing more characters.
if I was just ready for like using feng shui. I'm using tech I actually learned from your last video there with the delayed like crushing leg kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh, see another thing right there. Oh, that was such a hard knockdown. Rip. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, off initial impression, it seems like you like play DJ really well. I feel like if you just like clean up some hit confirms, like convert into like max damage and corner carry and stuff like that, I feel like that would be pretty good.
Oh, you got those. Can't contest the 1700. Oh, I did it! Yeah, there's that confirm.
Yeah, I see like there.
I swear I actually play better in rank. Yeah, I feel like I'm... Oh, yeah. Oh, he just saw it too. The 1GP. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna work on these confirms.
Oh, I dropped it. Oh, I didn't kill. Just to check.
Ooh, how minus is that?
It's like minus 3 or 2 or something like that.
Okay, so not punishable. The light
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, like minus string into parry is pretty strong in this game if people don't know how to counter it. We can talk about that after the shit.
Oh, that's huge whip. Nice.